let's talk about it's not really not Asian hate, but not much, but people really should stop picking on Asians, especially pranks. And let's talk about a prank gone wrong. So this was shared off LinkedIn. A post was made after blasting a corporate workplaces that white employees were allegedly pranking Chinese American coworkers that was biohazards on and caution tape. So there's a that radioactive sign and ended with a caution police tape. So which is like it was like they were just trying to do a prank, but it was like saying Chinese are bad, like be careful of Chinese and other Asians. Yeah. So Monday, Yeong Chen, who is the co-founder of the support group Denver Asian Collective, he posted on Friday, February 2020 incident on LinkedIn on behalf of the Chinese American employee. So on behalf of the guy who was the target. Throughout the post, the employee is referred to by they call we know this person as Jess, and with they them pronouns. So yeah. So Yeong Chen, his own LinkedIn bio reads that he is passionate about tackling racism, misogyny, and transphobia, especially in workplace. So being accepting of others, no matter what your gender and religion and whatever your race is, and people have been having to deal with that kind of stuff. In workplaces, then yeah. So Jess had mentioned in February last year the COVID-19 was spreading through China, and Jess was reportedly worried that bat eating and kung flu jokes would also be spread into the workplace. And remember, kung flu is one of the racist terms Donald Trump, previous president of the USA, had posted these, this year, and and has not apologized for that. So Yeong Chen and Jess had were talking about how they had experienced microaggressions from their manager. So when they returned back to the office, their anxieties were reportedly met when they saw a picture of Jess's desk in the Denver office Slack channel. So, which if you look closely, there it's biohazard. That biohazard sign that they put up in like plants and nuclear plants and So in science class, in chemistry and physics and construction, manufacturing, and technology use, construction, even though those classes, you'll learn something called WMIS and MSDS. The workplace hazard. information sheet. I forget what, and MSDS material safety data sheets, and it is a standard to, especially in a place where they're like you're doing chemistry or like scientific or not biology but scientific, and if say you're doing construction or manufacturing in that field, it is a standard to have information from WHMIS and MSDS handy, and yeah. And the biohazard symbol is one of the standard ones in WHMIS. However, the caution type, okay, big mistake. That was an offensive and racist joke they were trying to do because of coronavirus stuff, and yeah, they were obviously trying to insult that. And so jokes like if COVID had a color, it would be burned yellow. It was on the Slack communication, chat, yeah, server, and even though Jess had mentioned it to their manager, so he just still doesn't know who participated in this racism act prank, despite multiple requests to HR and management. And their manager and the ringleader, so the person who started it. And just had claimed that their teammates and the prank ringleader had all received promotions except for them, and except for Jess and Yeong Chang's now. Even though Yeong Cheng and Jess have hard workers, and they deserve it, but yeah. And the reason for the lack of promotion was allegedly because their productivity took a dip and failed to meet expectations. So Yeong Cheng had mentioned that he hears about workplace racism all the time in his support groups, and instead, if you're Asian experiencing racism at work, you're not crazy, and it is racism, no matter who tells you it isn't. And unfortunately, we must publicly bear our pain just because our colleagues are to maybe believe that racism we experience are both real and wrong. So they say, "Oh, it's not racist." Yet it is. So we mentioned how just couldn't afford to quit, and then endured more trauma over the next year, watching peers and that's just a laugh emoji, bad jokes, and Slack, and usually, if you feel like you were racist and yeah, targeting a certain person at the workplace, usually you would be fired for that. But I don't know why. So just as I mentioned, how so bothered about it, and I'm now so hyper vigilant in white domain spaces because I have no idea if the nicest and most progressive white person will say or do something to hurt me. I have avoided the large meetings at work and left every non-work related Slack channel because I keep seeing racist content and felt powerless and outnumbered against it. So LinkedIn users flock to the post comment to try to figure out which company just worked at, and yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So yeah. So Yeong Cheng mentioned noted that the company is a popular link shortening platform, and some thought it was a Bitly, and one and the person yeah, and Cheng and who the person who said I will not refute, and many people tagged the company in the comments. And one person said, "I hope that Jess was able to stand up to the workplace bullies, and that I do not think in their mind that they are being racist. They are just being idiots." You know, so they're racist and idiots. Anyways, if you so so Young Cheng mentioned that there was more racist incidents. However, one person, yeah, went against them and called them a racist liar for refusing to release any more detailed and saying it was staged and you know. And then one person that respect his privacy and you know. And yeah, they think that it was just a prank, but yeah, if you're like targeting a person and you know, and especially on yeah, communication chat apps, Slack is one of those you know, like communication collaborative groups where you can chat with others, you know, via like online and you know, also like MS Teams and Zoom chat. And Slack is also MS Teams competitor, and yeah, you know. And yeah, the racist coronavirus jokes that yeah, that kind of like behavior is not as yeah, not acceptable, and I hope those people who did that gets fired permanently and never return. Yeah, and the results they should know not to yeah, be you know, racist to other people, and you know it is a thing. And if you were to actually do that, yeah, And the fact that they actually got promotion, yeah. I wish all bad luck to happen on those assholes for doing such thing. Then, yeah. And then say, "Oh, just a prank." No, no, no. That was racist. That was racist. They're being idiotic and they're being racist. No, don't. And yeah, I hope to the company that yeah that actually let this slide. I hope that they will go bankrupt. And yeah, if it's actually Bitly, yeah, I hope they get bankrupt. Bankrupt. Oh, you know, see anything like see Asians that getting targeted, stick up for them. Whether if it's like physical, verbal, social, cyber, and don't let people gang up on them. And you did it for black people. Why don't you do it for Asians? Yeah, they had enough spotlight time. Yeah, we deserve it too.